Monica Makes It Happen is proudly supported by Goya. If it's Goya, it has to be good. JP Morgan Chase, New York's hometown bank for over 225 years, and by Ponce Bank, your community bank.
Hi, everybody. You're watching the Monica Makes It Happen show. And, well, you know, we're always talking about community checks and, of course, celebrities. This time it's all about the P's. Your personal power, your purpose, peacemaking, that's because Erica's here, and producing. We have a big Hollywood producer. I can't even believe they're here, but it's all thanks to our incredible partners, and you know who they are. JP Morgan Chase, Goya, and Ponce Bank. Another year of great partnerships, making it happen for you, so stay tuned. But first, what a power panel I have here. Erica Ford, you could co-host this show with me. You've been on my show so many times. And of course, Jamar Hill. Jamar Hill, thank you for joining us. Big Hollywood producer. You have a Broadway show and a book. But first, you, Erica, you know, last time I saw you was out in the community. You're always out in the community on the front lines fighting the good fight. This message is more important. This peacemaking message you're the doctor of is more important than ever before.
You know, I think that what triggered me to write this book, Soltina was one, my Latin roots, right? Soltina.
Excuse me? You're my sister? I did not know that. What do you mean?
Yo soy panameña.
Boliviana, okay.
And one of the things that I observe is that our children soak up all the trauma. Our children soak up all the anger. Our children soak up all the death. When we look around society right now with ICE and what's going on with the deportation and going into the schools, our children are in fear. And so the book is an intentional target to teach them how to deal with their emotions, right? And what makes it more great for me is I did it with my nieces, right? I have my grandnephew as a character in the book, August.
I love this book so much. It's beautiful. And can I just say, the last page, because I always skip to the last page in every book, just FYI, I cheat a little. You're not your anger, you're not your sadness, you're human, you're healing, you're never alone.
That's right, because they think they're alone, right? A lot of times kids think they're alone and there's no one they can talk to, because if I talk to somebody, I'm gonna get in trouble, or you're not gonna understand, or I'm not seen. And so with my niece, who's a third grade teacher, Tyler, and August's mother, we came together and we wrote this book, The Power Within.
Thank you. I love that, The Power Within, because I'm of a certain age now, because I was meeting with some YouTube young executives, and I'm of a certain age where we have a lot of, well, seasoning, but I'm just starting to learn what that means. So to give that message to our children, Erica, bravo. Bravo for this book. It's so beautiful and so needed, right, Jamar?
Yes.
I see a Hollywood movie here, do you?
Come on now, I'm with it. We got to get into
What do you
animation.
think, Jamar? I think so. I mean,
I'm with it.
Yeah, and
with it.
you're telling real life issue stories. You really are, and that's what your bread and butter has been. Why do you think you're so successful at that?
Consistency. And before we start, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is amazing. And honestly, what you're saying, the movie will coexist. I'm sure you got creative ideas like that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You're such a wonderful person. I mean, I've spent a lot of time with you behind the scenes now, and I think your dad is here, so we're gonna bring out your dad maybe in the B block when we're talking about it. But how important is it that your dad, your family, where you're from, in your success now? I know it means everything for me.
Yeah. Man, family is our inspiration. It's our roots. You know, growing up, we have these imaginations where we know our imaginations could help us get to financial growth, you know, and being successful, being able to put your family in position, hire your families for jobs, you know. My movie Sisters, I was so proud of that because I was able to hire my dad as a transportation, my nephew as my assistants, all my family as producers, you know what I mean? That's what it's about. So everything starts with that.
Do you need a blonde reporter in any of your movies?
Family, right? Yes,
hey, it's already written, Monica.
No, and then I see your son. You're a new dad,
yes,
so you're really passing on. And it is about the financial power. That's what this is all about too.
Yes.
How hard was that to accomplish? I know how hard it was for me.
Man.
How hard was it?
It's a journey, but you gotta really love it, because making a movie is not easy at all. Not only am I writing it, I'm directing it, producing it, and I'm acting in it as well. So it's a journey that you got to really be consistent with, because in the beginning, it's them humble days. You ain't gonna see the money from the start. You know what I mean? It comes in little by little by little.
George Clooney. We got to talk about George Clooney.
Man.
Early in your career, you were with George Clooney.
Yes, yes.
And he actually impacted you in a big way.
Man, so I went to college. I went to a military college
Thank you for your
called New
service.
Mexico Military Institution, and they shot a movie at my school. So at first I didn't know that's what I was gonna want to do. You know what I'm saying? So they was giving credit. And I remember just having a conversation, and he just inspired, just being in that environment, all these cameras, and you get to just be a part of something that you know is going to be history. You know what I mean? So he definitely impacted me, inspired me just by how he was holding down the set. You know?
And look at you now. You're a director, a mogul, a producer. You do it all now. Because you know I had to do my research. And Ashley, we were talking about Ashley Who Makes It Happen. You have so many different titles. And I think that's the bottom line, right? Is this piece that you have inside, you're able to do so much and stay that calm in the storm. Because you worked with the Biden administration, now you're working with Mamdani.
Oh, wow.
Can I say that?
Wow,
Can we break that news here? You're working with the administration to continue your important work.
Yeah, and I think that one of the things we both are impacting our family. We're both tapping in our family. We didn't have this conversation prior. I just met him today,
love this.
right?
Literally.
But it's definitely, you know, I thought it's intentionally important to make sure that we create the lineage for our family to continue the work, right? And so people can look at, okay, that's Erica, she's the peace doctor. I can't be that, because that's Erica. And that's why I translated the peace doctor to an 8-year-old, because an 8-year-old could be the peace doctor, right? A granny could be the peace doctor. It is what you have within you that allows you to step in and help somebody see themselves first, because that's what this is about.
It's so good.
Because our kids, our kids come to school angry because they just lost their brother. They just saw somebody get shot. They just slept through a domestic violence situation. And so we have to see them and then help them through their process.
Now, don't go away, okay? Because we're going to talk more. That is so good. We're talking more about the books. You have a book too. We're talking about your Broadway show. We're going to talk more about money. Because in my community, in my family, we did not talk about money. And so, and my hair's crazy. Sorry, guys. You know, I'm still Latina at heart. When we come back, we're going to have more with this incredible panel. Stay tuned. This is incredible. And we're back with this incredible power panel. Erica, Jamar, it's amazing what you're doing when it comes to empowerment and power. But I love what you said. It's always the show before the show. Let's dig deeper. You said the only way to get this financial power that we want the money, we want to earn the money, this is my money block, is to have that peace inside your soul, inside, to attract that.
You can't make intelligent decisions in a state of anger, in a state of confusion, in a state of unclarity, right? Which is why I did the last book, right? The Peace Doctor Playbook.
I love
so that you
book.
can be intentional about what you're doing with your life. Because you can't, if you want to invest, right, you got to study the market, right? If you want to open a business, you got to build your team. You got to know who your target audience is, right? Even in me writing a book, right? The target audience for the Peace Doctor Playbook is different from Soltina, right? This is to 8-year-olds in the 3rd grade. And so, and this is for folks and families and leaders to be intentional, because in order to win, you got to have a play. Champions win by running their plays. You got to study your play. You might get fumbled. You might lose some money, but you got to go back.
That's
and
right.
You got to look at what you did wrong.
Get back on the court.
Get back on the court.
Get back on the court. I tell my
New York
son
Knicks,
that.
we going to the championship.
And Jamar, we were talking about basketball earlier today. I said, what did you really want to do? What was your heart song?
That was basketball.
And you said basketball. Me too, my kids is basketball, and I'm like, but what you turn that love into competition, into being a winner in movies, on other networks. We still love you though here at this network, don't worry, we still love you. But how did you do that? How did you turn that? Because again, that could have been a disappointment. Like, I wanted to be a basketball star. I know my kids want to do that too.
You know, I was just, because I fly between here and LA, and I was just telling my dad. I was telling my dad, every time I drive past my old high school, I say, wow, because I didn't graduate from the high school that I grew up at. And I said that was my only like regret is not graduating from that school. And he was like, well, if you graduated, then maybe your life wouldn't be how it was.
Did you just say that? Did you just say that? That is amazing that you said that. Things happen because they're supposed to. Is your dad here? Where is his dad? Is he somewhere around? Can give us a hug? Well, if he's around, we want him in here. But what I love too, Erica, going back to your book, is you can write things down. I don't know, do you do this? When you write things down, do you still old school write things down?
Yes.
This is the magic, right?
Yes.
Can we tell our audience, how does that work, Erica? Writing things down.
Because when you're writing, you're thinking through the thought.
Yeah.
Right, and a lot of times we just move it and we're not thinking through the thought. If he's writing a script, he's got to think through each character.
So do you write like this, or do you write on your, how do you do it?
I type now.
You type it down.
Yeah.
I still write.
Yeah, you still write. I write too.
My mind is so different because, like, I don't know, I'm like this, and I'm trying to be more like this now. So writing for me is probably going to help me be better at certain things. You know what I mean? Like pacing things out. Because we so like this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's how we become programmed to be on a survival.
Jamar, you're so handsome. The ladies are going to love you. You are so wonderful, both of you. And thank you for doing my show.
EricaFord.org.
Erica
People
Ford.
can come and get the book. They can book me to come do sessions with the kids in their schools. EricaFord.org.
And you go to schools.
I go to schools. I go to prisons. I go to community centers.
I love you.
That's great. Well, we got a definitely partnership, and I could do some
Did this just happen?
in my Sisters 2 movie, because my Sisters 2 movie is empowering.
Okay, straight ahead.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
There it is.
It happens.
You heard it here first.
This happens.
Monica makes it happen.
Speaking of Monica makes it happen, we love our partners at Goya, and well, we got a sneak peek at their new kitchen. It's really fancy. Take a look. Look who I'm with, Fernando Desa from Goya Foods. We love you, Fernando. You know what that means. It's Goya Gives. You're going to be, well, ready to get something from Goya and also incredible food, right, Fernando?
Which is beautiful recipes.
I love it. We're talking about empanadas and rum punch. That's coming up. And we're back with Fernando Desa, one of our favorite people, bringing us some of the best recipes. 4 incredible recipes in 4 minutes. Isn't that incredible? Go ahead.
So to celebrate the Super Bowl and with friends and family, I suggest you make these 4 recipes. They're amazing. They're authentic from Puerto Rico, but we can make this one and other ones for the rest of the night too. So we have alcapurria. It's a traditional yuca fritter stuffed with ground pork, olives, and a lot of seasoning, and then we dip that with a cilantro aioli. Nice and creamy, crunchy, a lot of flavor. Then after that, not your typical slider. It's a plantain slider.
This is so special.
2 tostones, one on top of the other. Then in the bottom, in the middle, it has steak that's been marinated with olive oil, vinegar, garlic, adobo. And then on top, a little bit of avocado salsa. Really good. And then next, we're doing empanadas, but empanadas with a different twist. This is empanada with 3 different kind of meats, cheese, and served with guava rum sauce, mayo ketchup sauce, and then to finish, we have a signature drink. We have rum punch. Rum punch made with our favorite Goya coconut water, Goya guava nectar, some rum, some mint, nice and refreshing. And then to keep enjoying, we have plantain chips, yuca fries, pork crackling, some malta. This is my favorite drink when I land in the island of Puerto Rico.
This reminds me of my own home and my own childhood. Especially the empanadas. The way that you made those are just so beautiful.
So nice, so creamy in the inside, very flavorful, and the sausage is just dynamite. It's just amazing.
See, now if you follow these directions, you're going to be the star of your party. And not only is it about the food, it's about Goya Gives, right?
Yes.
The 90th year, they're giving bigger and better than ever before. Tell me about that. It's the heart of Goya.
Yes, I mean, we just Goya Gives is what, as you describe it, is, we give back to our community, to our customers that have been there for 90 years supporting us and choosing us as the best brand and favorite brand in the supermarket, and follow us in all the social media channels and
I follow you too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, we do too.
It's on Instagram.
So I mean, we just try to get the best product, authenticity, a lot of flavor, and as you can see here, all these recipes are made with love and with Goya products.
That's the secret ingredient is love, right? Dr. Desa, I call him Dr. Desa. And so again, Goya Gives, follow on Instagram, and then throughout the year, we're going to be giving away things every single week. So
and if you want to complement these recipes, you can go to Goya.com, in which you can find all different recipes, like different recipes from different parts of the world, and you can complement and be the different recipes to complement part of the Super Bowl. So
we love Goya. We love you, Fernando. Thank you so much for doing this. Can I just say I'm addicted to that coconut water. I love Goya. And Fernando Desa, thank you for always giving us the best recipes, again, on Goya.com. And don't forget, it's also on Pix11.com/Monica. And speaking, I'm always giving. We're always giving here on the show. How about some affordable housing? That's what I'm known for. Well, coming up, we have our affordable housing show, and we got an exclusive with her. Senator Gillibrand. We were at the Patterson houses in the Bronx with a big announcement, $5 million. Wait till you see this. Thank you, Senator. That's coming up. Hi, and we're back. This is my dream come true. I've worked in television news for, I don't know how long. I don't want to tell you because then I'm old. But my dream has always been to have a show about affordable housing, and it's happening. We are finally partnering with all the right people to bring you the listings that you've always wanted to see. So it launched, and I don't know if you caught it, so I want to show you a little bit of it, an exclusive we had in the Bronx with Senator Gillibrand. It's always about money and affordable housing for you. Take a look. There's a big announcement here at the Patterson houses. Thanks for joining us, Senator.
Well, we're hoping to get $5 million for NYCHA, particularly for Patterson House here, to make sure that they can have safe, affordable place to live. Specifically, we're trying to get money for the plumbing. And if you know anything about plumbing, if you have any leaks at all, that creates mold. If you have mold, your kids are going to get asthma, you're going to get brain fog, you're going to get all sorts of headaches. It's terrible for people. And so you got to make sure you have no leaks. You got to make sure your pipes are not lead pipes, because if they are, you could get lead in your drinking water. If a kid is exposed to lead, it affects their learning, it affects their mental health, it affects their well-being. And so these are huge predictors for outcomes of kids. So we can't afford at all as a nation to have lead or to have leaks in housing. And so we're going to try to get $5 million for NYCHA to help pay for new plumbing here at Patterson. I just talked to the head of the Residents Association, Ms. Pat, and she wants to make sure that residents have a safe place to live. She raised her children here. She knows how important it is to have safe, affordable, wonderful communities to grow up in. And if you don't have clean water and you don't have an apartment that doesn't have a leak, that's a problem.
Well, can I tell you, we've been focusing on the people of NYCHA and public housing for 10 years now, every single day, and that is the #1 problem, is the plumbing. So what I appreciate, and also last time we talked to you, you were fighting for SNAP, and you won.
Yes.
And so you keep winning here for the people, specifically here in the Bronx. Why is this such an important part of your mission, affordable housing and housing? I know it's been mine, but why is it yours?
Well, it's fundamental. If you don't have a roof over your head, if you're living in a shelter, your kid can't succeed. They can't go to school and focus on school. They can't think about their future and what they're going to be when they grow up. And so if we want a strong America, if we want a strong New York City, we need safe, affordable housing for every family.
Senator Gillibrand, thanks for breaking such big news on our first show. I really appreciate it.
It's an important goal. We all should be aspiring to safe, affordable housing for every New Yorker.
And I think that's the goal. She said it. Everybody should have affordable housing, and that is the goal. And we have some really big breaking news here. If you want to watch more Monica, you can on Monday. So just remember, Mondays, Monica Mondays. I don't know which one comes first, but 11 a.m. is our time slot, and now 4:30 as well at the end of the month. So just check your local listings, and always you can reach out to me if you need some help at Monica Morales TV. We also have a daily digital show giving things away thanks to Goya. Okay, let's keep making it happen together. See you next time.